So thank you for tuning in again. Um, it's Sunday, of course, and this has been my second video that I post about what I've been going through, of course. And today I just really want to focus on why how I got here and why I'm here. Um, how I got depressed, how the circle started, and the reason why I'm in a car. Um, this is my safe zone. Um, I realized that through the last 9 months, my safe zone was my car. Um, Mostly because I'm always in here by myself, and I come here to think a lot, uh, and sometimes just catch a peace of mind. I find myself often just sitting here uh, before I go in the house, before I go to work. I just have to like gather my thoughts, gather my peace with myself before I can like move on with anything else. So I'm not gonna keep you long. This video maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I just want to focus on the most important thing, which is my healing. And thank y'all for tuning in. Road to Rediscovery. How I got here, as mostly everyone knows, um, I was supposed to get married last January. Um, I canceled my wedding 2 weeks before. That was a devastating time in my life. I could barely focus. I didn't know if I was coming or going. Um, I don't know how I made it. Um, Leading up to January, the January before, which was 2017, um, my boyfriend's son's father cheated on me for 3 months. And that was something that triggered emotions in me again from my previous relationship, which I dealt with a lot of domestic violence and stuff like that. And how I thought I could mask it, I used, well, he proposed to cover up the hurt. And I didn't get to heal through the cheating and the mental abuse, emotional abuse. I didn't get to heal, and I masked those emotions with the fact that I was getting married. And um sorry. I'm very honest and I'm very open, and I just want y'all to know that if I stop, it's because those emotions are triggering me again. So anyway, um I masked those emotions with the fact that, oh, I'm getting married. And instead of dealing with it and dealing with the hurt, y'all gotta eat. Uh, Dealing with the hurt, I covered it up with, oh, I'm getting married and I'm just planning and planning, and still I'm not healing because every time I would get alone, I would cry. So when it was getting closer to the date, I kept myself so busy that I wouldn't have to think about it. So, as the date, got closer and closer, things was not just, they weren't falling into place. And I'm a firm believer that God would show you things when you need to see it. It doesn't matter the time, day, and I just knew that it wasn't right. So once January came and the wedding was not going to happen, I fell into a hole within myself. I felt unhuman, and I didn't have any support. I didn't have that person that was like, what is wrong with you? Or do you need help? Or are you okay? I didn't have that person. Even the guy that I was with, I didn't have that emotional support. So now, mind you, I'm still a mom, and I haven't healed from that hurt. So, that made it more difficult because now I have to deal with, I have a 2 year old, or at the time I have a 1 year old, and how do I piece myself together and still be a mom? And I lost all that. I lost all that so soon. So so once dealing with that, I felt like dying. I felt like, why am I here? You know? I felt like, what is it gonna take to get myself back together? I was so unhappy. Like, y'all, it would be days that I didn't want to wake up. It would be days that I would go in a closet and wrap something around my throat and just wish that it would just snap. Or it would be days where I'll medicate myself. I'll be so out of it, I just didn't want to get up. Or I'll just drink myself to death. It would be days like that. And it's sad because, you know, you see stuff like that on TV. You people deal with stuff like that on TV, you know? And that was my journey at the point. And then, you know, trying to go to school and be AKA and be mommy still and work, and and people thinking that you're just this tough cookie, this tough individual. You have to mask all that with a smile. And I did it for so long, and it just became so hard. I knew I had an issue when I wrote in my, I used to keep journals, and it wasn't working. My journals wasn't healing for me. It wasn't doing anything for me besides harboring those feelings that I had. So once again, so that's how I got here. Sorry. So trying to do different things and stay busy, it helped. But when I got alone, I would cry. I would harm myself. I would cut myself. I would just anything. I didn't feel loved. Living in a house with a man that I knew didn't love me anymore. Living under a roof with a man who didn't value me, who would tell me I'm nothing, or he doesn't love me, or that he's in love with someone else. And that is what I dealt with. And you know that's more hurtful as well, because now it's like I already don't feel like anything, and you just making it worse. But it's not my place to place blame on him, because you know what? It's my job to make myself feel good. But I'm just saying it wasn't helpful. So I'm just saying that it just helped with the fact of, why are they running? It just helped with the fact of not healing. So yeah. And the most important, I knew I needed to get help, because at the end of the day, I'm still a mom. I still have a kid. And I'm not saying I have this parent thing figured out, but in my heart and my soul, I want I want Lennox to understand that you can go through things as long as you pull yourself out of it. And that's what I want to do, pull myself out of this. And once I get to that point of not feeling like this anymore, I want him to witness everything that I've done. I want him to say, my mommy experienced this. My mommy went through this. And even though he's so young, kids know everything. Like, it'll be days I'm just sitting there and he'll come hug me. And he's only 2. It'll be days where that one tear fall and he kisses me, or, kids know. And he's always under me. He knows when I'm angry. He knows when I'm sad. And he's 2. And he's more of a... Oh, my God. I'm sorry. He's more of a protector than his own dad. So, I'm just grateful I got to experience... God gave me a chance to experience an individual like this, which is my 2-year-old. So, yeah. So this is real brief today. I just want y'all to see why I got here and understand what this journey is for me. I don't care about the following. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about who's who. I don't care about none of that. This is for me. And if this is going to help me get to the next step that I need to be in, then so be it. So yeah. I'll be back on Wednesday. Wednesday would be more of the topic of the new me. Because I feel like when you talk through things, you heal more. You get to experience, and reevaluate the decisions that you made or analyze the things that you've gone through. So thank y'all for tuning in. I know it's very short, but I'm not gonna sit here for an hour and go on and on. Like I said, short and sweet. Keep your attention. Help me, help you. Whatever I gotta do, I'm just here to do it. So thank y'all.